In this video, we will learn further about alpha, beta and gamma in detail. Okay, we are comparing as well as we are learning. So I have chosen the table which they have given on page number 290. Okay, this is for three particles. So this is the property of alpha, beta and gamma. Okay, first what we will learn is the nature. Actually what happens in this is still a confusion. We know it is random process, nuclear process, something happens in the nucleus. That is what we have understood, especially the elements which are very heavy elements. Okay, something happens inside them. Okay, so basically a nucleus has neutron and proton, right? Okay, so we as children have already learned that neutron and proton are these many numbers, they are inside the nucleus in chemistry and all that. Okay, but there are reactions even going on inside the nucleus. Okay, this is to keep this number constant. Okay, because there are some forces acting inside the nucleus. Proton and proton will never live together. They are both positive. There will be some repulsion. So there are some forces which keep them intact, and there are some forces which help to repel them. Okay, so there are continuously some reactions going on inside the nucleus for the stability of the nucleus. Okay, now whenever these reactions are going on, sometime it happens so that there are excess of the charges. These excess of charges are released as alpha, beta and gamma so that the nucleus becomes stable. That is what is radioactivity. Okay, now going to the nature of alpha particle. Alpha is basically positive in nature. I couldn't accommodate everything. Okay, so you have to parallelly see your table on 290 page. So alpha particle is written as mass number 4. Up we write the mass number, down we write the atomic number. Okay, sorry, or the charge. Okay, in case of particles there is no atomic number and mass number. Sorry, okay, that is in case of elements. That up is the mass number and down is the atomic number. In case of these particles, let us call it as mass and charge. Okay, so we can write it this way also, 4 and 2, diagonal also. Okay, but I have chosen to write it this way. It is basically 4 mass and 2 is the charge. Okay, so it also can be written as helium nucleus because helium is also 4 and 2. Okay, so we can write any. Now listen to this properly. This mass charge 2 is because of 2 protons. Okay, so basically this charge is the charge of first of all let me write down the charge of a proton and an electron so that we can go into the detail of this. Charge of a proton, that is charge or Q, capital Q also you can write, is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay, this is charge of a proton. Whereas charge of electron is the same, but it is negative 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay, one is positive, one is negative. Q of neutron is neutral. There is no charge for neutron, so it doesn't arise. So whenever we say that there are 2 protons, so see, these are the number of protons and these are the number of protons and neutrons. Okay, so this is mass number because inside the nucleus is the mass concentrated of an atom. So atom mass will be neutron and proton. That is what is there inside. Okay, neutron doesn't have less mass, it has no charge basically. Okay, so here this is giving us the charge, that is the proton number, and this is giving us the mass, that is the number of proton and neutron together. Okay, so if I just want the number of neutrons, then I just subtract this, I will get the number of neutrons. Okay, so basically here I have charge 2. 2 charge means I have 2 protons. Okay, so let us multiply 2 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. We will get the number. You can multiply it. 1.6 into 2 will give me 3.2 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So the charge of the proton is 3.2 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay, I'll repeat it again. This is the charge and this is the mass. Charges of the nucleus is always because of the proton. Neutron is neutral. So these are 2 protons, charged due to 2 protons. So what will be the total charge? Because charge of one proton is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. So charge of two protons will be 3.2 into 10 raised to minus 19. Okay. Now this is the mass. Mass is because of two protons and two neutrons. Okay. So because 4 minus 2, so it is giving us 2 neutrons. Okay. So this is proton, and this gives us neutron plus proton. Okay. So obviously when we subtract it, we get neutrons. Now, what is the mass of a proton? Mass of a proton is 1.67 into 10 raised to 27 kg. Okay. Mass of neutron is also nearly the same. They have a difference of third, fourth decimal. So we take it nearly the same. Is also 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. Okay. So now we found out that 2 protons means how much charge. Okay, because one charge is this much, so into 2 we found the total charge. Same way, let us find out the mass. Mass of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. So 4 into 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 24 will give me this. This is 6.68 into 10 raised to minus plus 27 kg. So see how heavy it is. It's a heavy, alpha particles are heavy in nature. The speed of alpha particle is 10 raised to 7 meter per second. And there is something known as specific charge. Now I am not showing you the calculation, it is just this charge divided by this mass. Okay, when we subtract or divide it, we will get specific charge. Okay, those numbers are given in the textbook. You did not by heart them. Okay, this mass is called as rest mass, means when it is not moving. Okay, now we go for beta. Beta has charge -1, that is because of the here there is no question of proton and neutron. These are this is basically an electron. Okay, fast moving electron is what is alpha particle. So this is charge -1. Charge of one electron is -1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. This is also one electron. Okay, so this is the charge because of beta is itself an electron. This is the charge, this is the mass. There is no mass. Okay, because mass is very negligible. 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 is the mass of beta particle, which is very negligible. So we write it as 0. Compared to alpha, it is negligible. So we write it as 0. So mass is 0. What about the charge? The charge here please don't write neutron plus proton plus proton. That was for alpha. Here we only see that this is the charge and this is the mass. Okay. Now this mass is 0 because it's negligible. It's very less. What about the charge? It's 1. Okay. -1 means 1 only. Magnitude wise it's 1. So this much is the charge. So this much is the charge of beta particle. What about the beta particles are high moving, fast moving electrons. So this is the velocity 2.7 into 10 raised to 8, which is very near to the velocity of light. Then we go for the last particle, gamma. Gamma is known as electromagnetic radiations. You must have seen in the light lesson we have learned. There are gamma rays being released, IR, UV, visible light. Gamma is also there. Okay. So these are electromagnetic radiation. They are only energy. They have no charge, they have no mass. So we write it as 0, 0, no charge, no mass. Okay. Now, so their speed is speed of light because they come with the sun's rays, they are part of sun's rays. They have no mass, they have no charge. Okay. Now, going from here to a specific type of properties, that is penetration property, ionization properties, and then alpha, the properties whether it affects alpha beta, it affects the electric or magnetic plates. Supposing I have a plate, metal plate which is positive, this plate is negative. Okay, now I have some radiations here. First of all, I have alpha radiations. So I will see to it that when there is alpha radiations, it will go and towards the negative plate because opposite charge is applied. Now, if I have beta here, for example, it will go towards the positive plate. And if I have gamma in this sample and I make it pass through the electric plates, that is positive and negative plates, it will go straight. It will not get affected neither by positive. It is energy, it will not get affected. Positive plate, alpha gets affected by negative plate and beta gets, because it's negative in nature, it will get affected by positive plate. But you will see it is heavy, so it takes time to come down. This is lighter, so it will come down faster. The arc is comparatively shorter. Okay. So this is, now does it get affected by the magnetic plate? Yes, it gets affected by magnetic plates also. Alpha gets affected, beta also gets affected, but gamma does not get affected by the magnet. Okay, so if you place a magnet and let alpha, beta, gamma pass through it, like supposing I have here the north and here the south, and I let these radiation pass through it, alpha and beta will get affected, but gamma is going undeflected. Now, there is something known as ionizing power, which I will cover in the coming video.